100 pound-feet of torque. That's what Dodge and Cummins have gotten together to bring us for 2011 to battle these titans from GMC and Ford. We're here at Chrysler's Arizona Proving Grounds in Yucca, and we're going to test them with 19,000 pound trailers. Let's see what these things can do.
Less than a second separated all three trucks. The Cummins catapulted off the line, the Duramax was the quickest to 55, but the Power Stroke ended up dominating in the quarter mile. When it was time to hit the brakes, the F-350 felt like we'd thrown an anchor over the side. It stopped 10 feet shorter than the Ram and 20 feet better than the GMC. But acceleration and braking only tell part of the story. Though they look like pickups, these things are really big rigs in disguise. Just to legally drive them, we had to get the same license that truckers have. Of the three, the Ram's ride was the harshest. The GMC had the plushest ride, but could get overwhelmed by big potholes. The Ford suspension tuning seemed to be just right, and that's a combination of everything from the seat comfort to the rear springs to even how the front suspension works with the rest of the truck. Heavy-duty trucks are more than just about horsepower and torque. They're also about suspension and durability. These trucks' frames are all fully welded, most of them are boxed. Only the Ford still uses a conventional C-channel. Their suspensions have to be tough, have to be able to flex, and still carry the weight for hundreds of thousands of miles. After 2,000 miles of driving, we got really good fuel economy data. But when you're towing this much weight, you're not getting double-digit fuel economy out of any diesel vehicle. The best one in our test was the Ford at averaging 9.5 miles per gallon. Then the GMC at 9.1 miles per gallon, and the Dodge with a lower 8.5 miles per gallon. Each truck has a 6-speed automatic transmission. These are heavy-duty pieces, everything from the Allison 1000 to the new torque shift from Ford and Chrysler's new updated 68 RFE. Each of the trucks in this test now have exhaust brakes built into their turbochargers. The exhaust brake has become critical when moving this much weight. They're a function of the variable geometry turbo, and they allow the truck driver to control the vehicle's speed on steep downhill grades. Without an exhaust brake, you could literally smoke the vehicle's surface brakes. Even though the GMC is all new under the body, the sheet metal is still carryover from the 2007. Ford, on the other hand, has slightly updated its looks, so you know a 6.7 liter truck every time you see one. Now, a Dodge, only clue that'll tell you it's an 800 pound-foot high-output Cummins truck is a small badge on the tailgate. You can also look for the aluminum differential cover underneath the truck.
After testing these trucks for a week, there's one thing we've learned, it's that each one of them can tow a 19,000 pound trailer without any problem. And now we're here in Colorado to climb these mountains behind us.
These are the most powerful and capable pickup trucks the big three have ever built. All of them make more than 750 pound-feet of torque and more than 350 horsepower. These are basically 8,000 pound hot rods that look like dual rear wheel pickups. Even though this looks like a torque war, it takes 400 horsepower, not 800 pound-feet of torque to win a test like this. I'd take any one of these three trucks. All of them will do the job. The one you want to be driving up the hill is the GMC. Ford's a nice all-around truck. Might have a durability advantage. Certainly got a longer track record. Going downhill using the exhaust brake, the Ford doesn't have the positive feel from the exhaust brake of the other two. But when you're driving the Dodge by itself, feels like a great truck. You never notice it's deficient in power unless you're racing one of the other two. Our King of the Hill test is all about measuring power in the real world. And for the second year in a row, GMC rises to the top. Whenever you can put your foot to the floor and feel a response, no matter what the terrain, that's going to win me over every time. Every year as trucks get more powerful, the mountain will be our standard. And when Ford or Ram up the power from their diesel engine, we'll come back to Colorado for the next King of the Hill test.